Hi everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. Today we're going to take a look at the Boya Mini. This is a ultra mini wireless mic kit. It has 2 transmitters and a Type-C receiver. So we're going to go ahead, unbox this, take a look at what comes inside, and then hook it up to one of my phones so we can try it out. And here we go. All right, here is the box right here, and it's the Boya Mini 2.4 gigahertz ultra mini wireless microphone. We can see what it's going to look like right here. And doesn't really say much on the back as far as what's going to come inside of it, but it does say that the microphones are only going to weigh 5 grams. It's going to have 3 levels of AI noise cancellation. I didn't realize it had that. It also has 48 kilohertz and 16-bit, and let's see what it says, plug and play with real-time monitoring, 100 meters of inline line of sight, and up to 30 hours of battery life. All right, let's go ahead and let's see if we can get this thing opened up here and see everything that comes with it. And let's see, let's get everything out. And first things first, we have our silica gel, because we always have to have silica gel. All right, it looks like we're going to get a warranty card here. We're going to get a quick start guide in case you need some help getting this thing set up or actually understanding what each of the pieces are. So we are going to have that here that we can use. It looks like there may also be an app that we can use. It says you may view or download, the user manual here. So it looks like you can use the user manual. It doesn't say anything about an app per se. So I'm thinking that maybe all the controls are actually on the device itself. So I kind of like actually having all the controls on the device instead of having to go into an app. It just makes things a little bit easier and quicker. So, all right. First things first, we are going to have here a Type-C receiver. And look at that. Now there is a little button on there, which I'll have to figure out. Oh, this is the noise reduction button right there, the little blue button right there. So it's very, very tiny, but that should work. And I don't know if there's, there is something underneath here. So we're going to get a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. So we have that. We're going to have a little pouch here that we can put everything in. A little bit of branding that says Boya right there. Nothing overwhelming, which I really like. Then here is going to be the main case for our whole kit right here. And I have to say, this is amazing. Look how small this is. This looks like almost the exact size of a case for AirPods Pros. In fact, here are my AirPods Pros. They're almost the exact same size. Just a hair bit bigger. Just a hair bit bigger, but almost the exact same size. So let's take a look. So inside here, we are going to get, look at this. This apparently, this kit comes with a lightning receiver and a USB-C receiver, because in the kit right here is a lightning receiver. Let's see if I can get it out. So there it is. That is a lightning receiver right there, which I am going to promptly go ahead and swap out because I don't need that lightning receiver since I have a iPhone 16 Pro Max and a number of Android phones which all use Type-C. So we'll go ahead and put this right back in there. And as you can see, fits in there perfectly. So it's going to work for both lightning and the Type-C receiver. And then we're going to have these tiny, tiny little microphone transmitters. Look how small that is. That is absolutely amazing. It is tiny. And we're going to get 2 of them here. So now one nice thing about this, you may notice that they have these little foam wind puffs on here. So now these are not dead cats, so you may still get some wind noise, but it's going to help with plosives and other types of little wind events that can happen. They may work some also outdoors if you're in a gentle wind, but if you're in a windy situation, you really need a furry dead cat to put on your over your microphones, and these don't have that. So, but hopefully they work just fine. So anyways, let me do this. There is a little bit of tape on here. Let me get that tape off of the connectors there so that I can these tape things, ooh, they get sticky. They get sticky and won't come off. All right. Let's get this other one off here. There we go. All right, now we have that one off. And so now we can put these back in the case. I'm not sure if it matters which way. I don't think it matters which one goes into which. I think they're exactly the same. And now when you close it up, it should be ready to go. Now I don't see, there should be a little light there. I don't know if there's actually any juice on there at all, in here at all. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is actually go ahead and charge this up a bit and see if I can get these ready to go so I can test them out. But before we do, let me just go ahead and show you a little bit more here about this. So on here, for one, we're gonna have a little clip. So it's just a tiny little clip right there, which some people actually prefer. So instead of actually having magnets that work or some other sort of attachment scheme that some of these other microphone manufacturers are making, they just put a traditional little sort of vampire clip built into here. That way you can just go ahead and clip onto pretty much anything. So if you have your shirt here, you can just clip it just like that and boom, it's on there. And it weighs next to nothing. If you want to clip it, say here, you can just go ahead, clip it just like that. And now you have, you know, the microphone clipped onto you and it's going to work just fine. So those little clips I think are very, very nice. I actually prefer them over the magnets because with magnets, there's always an extra piece to keep track of. And I have at times like forgot to take the microphone off or something. I realized, I'm like, oh, and I pop it off. And then I realize the magnet is somewhere down my shirt or falling off on the ground or whatever. I prefer clips like this. So, all right, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and actually set up my, I'm going to set up my phone here in the studio. I'm going to connect the microphones and see how they sound and try them out. And we'll test it out here, and then we'll take them out outside somewhere and see how this noise reduction works. All right, well, I went ahead and hooked everything up, and I'm shooting with my iPhone 16 Pro Max right here. And so now what you can hear is the Boya mini microphone. So now I am also shooting with my A7S III at the same time, so I can cut back and forth and you can hear the difference between my normal studio microphone and the Boya Ultra Mini. And so right now I'm back on my Sony A7S III, and you guys can tell me, can you tell the difference? Is there a big difference? What do you think about the differences if there are? And there are some other settings on here that I'm going to have to go over. But back over here on my iPhone 16 Pro Max with the Boya Mini, just to grab this, they say that the noise reduction, there's 3 different grades of it. There's weak, medium, and strong. And basically the way you turn those on is by pushing the button, the noise reduction once, and then pushing it a second time, and then a third time. Now, there's also a thing on here called Uncle Voice, Female Voice, and Original Voice, and it seems like you push the noise reduction button twice for Uncle Voice, and then you push it twice again for Female Voice, and then you push it twice again for Original Voice. Now, I'm not exactly sure how that works or how you know which mode you're in, or if it just like every time you disconnect, it defaults back to the original. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out and play with this thing a little bit, because now that I see this, it would be kind of nice to have an app so that you can go in and see what mode you're actually in and then maybe set that mode instead of having to be dependent on these button pushes. Because, well, what if you want one thing and you start shooting with it and then you don't remember what mode you're in and you keep shooting in something else, or you push the buttons wrong and you end up in the wrong mode? It would just be nice to know where you're at in those modes. So anyways, I'm going to see what happens. But this is the 16 Pro Max, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and this is the Boya Mini. All right, before we actually head out and try the noise reduction, I wanted to actually just kind of figure out how this device works, because, well, the instruction quick guide here is not the most, it's not the most detailed. I guess you can download a full manual and read more about it that way. I just played with them a little bit and sort of figured it out. So with the noise reduction, you have to turn the noise reduction on from the transmitter. So there's a noise reduction button on there. You just push it once and it turns on the noise reduction, and you'll see the lights turn green on both the transmitter and the receiver. Now there's 3 different levels of noise reduction. There's weak, medium, and strong, and you just push the button, the noise reduction button on the receiver once to cycle between each of those different levels, and you'll see the green light on the receiver flash so that you know that the levels have changed. Now, there's also 3 other levels. I don't know if there's sort of a, I don't know if it's sort of a gain level of some sort, but one is called Uncle Voice, Female Voice, and Original Voice. And so what you want to do is push the noise reduction level on your receiver to activate those different levels. So you push it, you push the noise reduction button twice quickly, and you're in Uncle Voice mode. You push it twice again quickly, and you move to female voice mode, and push it twice again quickly, and you move to original voice mode. And you will see the lights on the receiver flash accordingly so that you know which mode that you're in. But let's just go ahead and test it right quick so we can hear if there's any real difference.
All right, this is a quick sample of the female voice setting. So there is a setting for female voice. This is a quick sample of the female voice setting of the Boya Mini.
All right, this is a quick sample of the original voice. So this is a quick sample of the original voice setting on the Boya Mini.
Now this is a quick sample of the uncle voice on the Boya Mini. This is a quick sample of the uncle voice on the Boya Mini.
Well, I have to say that was pretty hilarious. The female voice and the uncle voice. I was not expecting that at all. It was that was pretty hilarious. I could see having a lot of fun with those two. Anyways, I'm in the car now and I'm recording with just the regular mode. I don't have the noise reduction on, but I rolled my window down. I'm in traffic and I wanted to see if I turn the noise reduction on, if we get some nice noise reduction that blocks out some of that ambient noise. So I'm assuming I can do this in real time while I'm filming so that if you need to make some adjustments while filming, you can do so seamlessly. So we're going to try it out and just hit the noise reduction button on here. And there we go. I now have it on. I can tell it's on because I see the green light on my receiver. And we're going to go ahead and switch this up and put it on level 2, the medium mode, by pushing the button on the receiver here. So push that, and I saw my light blink twice. So now I know that I've gone to level 2 on here, and hopefully it's doing a good job of knocking down some maybe of the wind noise, some of the traffic noise from cars going by. And let's push it again to get to level 3, which is their strong mode, and we'll push that there. And I was able to see the light flash 3 times. That is indicating that I am in the 3rd mode of the noise reduction, which is going to be their strong mode, and should give me some decent noise reduction here. So anyways, hopefully this is all sounding good and is working out well. And I will say there's one problem that I discovered already with this, and I'm going to mention it when I wrap this thing up, but it's a big problem for me, and enough of a problem that it might actually prevent me from wanting to use this microphone kit unless they can figure out a way to fix it, because it's an issue. Well, I'm back here in my studio having tested out the Boya Mini microphones, and I will tell you there's a couple of problems that I had. One of them is really much a deal breaker for me, and that deal breaker is that there's no visual indicator letting you know when you're in one of those other voices. So if you somehow accidentally switch in to say uncle voice or female voice, you just don't know. The only way you're gonna know is when you play back your video. And if you're shooting thinking you're in the correct mode, you may absolutely ruin a shot. And that very thing happened for me. I was out shooting, I got the perfect clip. Turned out I was in the uncle voice, completely just screwed up, ticked me off. I had to redo it again. So that for me is kind of a deal breaker. Now, if they made the light say like yellow or red or something so you know visually that you're in that mode, that would be really good. The other thing is there's no way to actually change the gain levels on this mic. It really is plug and play. So once you plug it in, that's kind of it. You don't really get any more controls on it. So now if you have a phone like one of the Android phones you can plug into, like the S25 Ultra or the S24 Ultra, something like that, their Pro mode does have does have the ability for you to adjust the gain levels in the camera. So if you find the mic is a little bit too hot or too quiet, you can go ahead and lower or raise the gain levels from the camera side. So there you go. Anyways, yeah, I have to say they're not bad for being this small, and for you know, for like 59 bucks or something like that. They're not bad at all. And I also really love that you can leave the little foam windscreens on while the microphone transmitters are in the case. That is a big win. So there you go. Anyways, I'm going to leave links to them down below in the video description so that you can check them out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.